The encampment protest on the UW-Madison campus is back up tonight after a violent run-in with law enforcement this morning saw it all torn down. Our Arman Rahman is back live at Library Mall for the third night now. And Arman, what breakdown exactly happened this morning on campus?
Yeah, Eric, before we get to that, I will say that right around the start of our 9 o'clock show today, a very large group of what appeared to be counter-protesters with Israeli flags. I see an American flag playing very loud music and carrying what appeared to be candles or some type of light stick just appeared on the other side of Library Mall. And they seem to be attracting a lot of the pro-Palestine encampment protesters to head over there. So later on in the hour, we'll go a bit closer and to see, what that is about. But again, going back to this morning, law enforcement officers from Madison Police, UW-Madison Police, the Dane County Sheriff's Office, and Wisconsin State Patrol were here at 7 in the morning, some with riot shields, as a message played over speakers telling protesters to tear down the camp or be arrested. And a spokesperson for UW-Madison Police tells us a total of 34 people were arrested. Now, the majority of the people arrested were released without a citation. However, 4 that were arrested were taken to Dane County Jail. All 4 face charges related to battery of an officer, attempting to disarm an officer, and resisting arrest. 4 officers did get hurt. UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin this morning said she authorized the teardown of the camp, and that statement reading in part, "Now that the tents have been removed and as long as protesters abide by campus and state rules and policies, members of my leadership team stand ready to continue to listen to concerns of the members of our community involved in this week's protest." Now, again, tonight, just some more cheering happening right now as, again, that counter-protest grows on the other side there. But still a very different scene here than it was 12 hours ago. Be sure to check back in with us later in the hour for student protesters' reaction to the third night. For now, live on Library Mall, Arman Rahman, Fox 47 News at 9.
All right, Arman, we can hear things happening there. We'll let you go report on that. We'll check back in shortly. 2 of UW's highest-ranking officials responded to the engagement between protesters and police. Like Arman said, one was Chancellor Mnuchin. The other was the University of Wisconsin System President Jay Rothman, who backed Chancellor Mnuchin's statement.
At the end of the day, certainly we are committed to freedom of expression on our campuses. That's absolutely critical. It's a hallmark of our universities, certainly a long history at UW-Madison for that. But I think we have to differentiate freedom of expression and legal protesting versus illegal activities. And we will continue to address illegal activities on our campuses as appropriate.
Wisconsin's top Republican, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, also reacting in a post on X. He wrote, quote, "Marching, speaking out, and protesting are American values, but blocking free movement or occupation of lands, buildings is illegal and shouldn't be tolerated." The pro-Palestine encampment protest back up after multiple police departments moved in this morning. We go back now to Arman Rahman live at Library Mall with the very latest. Arman?
Yeah, Eric, as I told you earlier, things change here again pretty rapidly. I'm going to step aside here so you can kind of see Library Mall divided very clearly. Right here on your right here, we do have the pro-Israel counter-protesters that have came. Right now, many Israeli flags. Right now, there were chants I heard of "bring them home," obviously referring to the hostages that were taken by Hamas after the October 7th attack, and lots of candles on the ground, as well as flags that say a free anti-Semitic campus. Now, let's pan over here to the Palestinian side. There's been warring chants coming from both sides. Right now, they are chanting some of the chants that they've been saying here for the past, few nights in Arabic back towards the Israeli counter-protesters. There have been no skirmishes. They have not gotten very close here as the night has gone on. Now let's switch back to earlier today at the encampment protest, where we saw the largest crowd of community members and students and protesters say that they're going business as usual into the first night and first morning after that police interaction. Take a look.
We're just expecting to keep protecting each other in the way that we did this morning, and we're really relying on community support to help us out with that. Seeing this presence here is definitely really encouraging.
And those student protesters are set to meet with Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin tomorrow to discuss their demands, which include divestment, as they've been saying here for the past 3 nights now. So I will be here watching this situation here, see how it develops as it develops here. Now, one of the guidelines of the pro-Palestine protest has been not to engage with any counter-protesters. We'll see what happens here, though, as the night goes on. For now, live in UW-Madison, the campus, Arman Rahman, Fox 47 News at 9. Eric?